Welcome to my channel, where stories from the edge of reality blend with everyday life. Tonight, I have a tale that might just make you think twice about those late night shadows and whispers. Stick around, hit that subscribe button if you're new here, because today's story is one that will chill your bones and warm your heart all at once. It was one of those nights when the world seemed to whisper secrets in the dark corners of our home. The year was 1994, and my brother, let's call him Jack, took the stage as a young boy with a story that would haunt me for years to come. Jack's eyes were wide as he recounted his terrifying encounter to our mother one night when we were tucked into bed. Our house in rural West Virginia was quiet but not serene. The hum of crickets and distant cars filled the air, but something else lingered, something darker, a presence that didn't belong there. Mom would often wake up during the dead of night to use the bathroom, her footsteps echoing down the hallway, and I'd lie awake in my room across from hers, listening intently. One night, Jack emerged from his bedroom just off the hall, his usual bravado replaced by a tremble that spoke volumes. He paused at the doorway leading to our upstairs bathroom, his face pale under the moonlight filtering through the windows. "I'm going to try to pee before I go to bed," he said softly. "But every night for the past few days, I've seen something terrible." Mom's response was absent-minded, a common occurrence given her exhaustion from working full-time and caring for us alone while Dad was away on construction jobs. But Jack's words lingered in the air like an unspoken warning. "I keep seeing a man wearing stripes at the end of the hallway," he whispered, his voice trembling. The fear that gripped me then is something I never forgot. The cold sweat, the racing heart, these were sensations that would stick with me through the years. As a child, every shadow seemed to whisper secrets, and Jack's story only amplified my fears. From that night on, I began sprinting up the stairs as soon as I heard the creak of the front door opening at bedtime, terrified of what might be lurking in the darkness. Years later, when I was 18 years old, something happened that would change everything. My mom and I were driving her car one day, swapping stories about Max, a dog we had for a very short time, who seemed to have a penchant for wreaking havoc on my shoes. Amidst our laughter, Mom suddenly said, "Do you remember the night I opened the door for the police and Max ran inside tearing open that big bag of dog food?" The question caught me off guard because in all the years we lived there, we never once called the cops. Not in a neighborhood where gun ownership was common and crime rates were low. "What are you talking about?" I asked her, confusion mingling with curiosity. Mom's face registered surprise, too, as if she had revealed something unintentionally. "Oh, right! That night when I woke up to noises outside my window and saw a man staring into the bedroom," she explained hesitantly. Her story unfolded like an eerie mystery novel. She turned on the lights, causing him to flee, and grabbed Dad's pistol before calling for help. The police arrived quickly, their descriptions matching what Mom had seen: a tall white male wearing stripes, short dark hair. The man had escaped from jail on a murder charge. As she spoke, it all clicked into place. The man my brother saw at the end of the hallway, the same man Mom warned us about that night. I remember sitting in her car, stunned by the realization. A murderer had been casing our home for nights, and my brother's warning was more than just a childhood fright. It was a life-saving moment I never fully understood until then. Can you imagine how close we were to becoming victims of this man's crime? Reflecting on that night years later when I was in my mid-20s, the pieces fell into place with chilling clarity. Jack's innocence and fear had saved us from something far more sinister than any ghost story ever could. So here's what I want you to take away tonight. Sometimes the truth is hidden in plain sight, wrapped up in the stories we tell each other late at night or over casual conversations years later. And sometimes, those stories are so much more than just tales. They're warnings and protections from the unseen dangers lurking just beyond our reach. Remember to stay vigilant, but also to cherish those moments of connection and protection that come through simple acts like sharing a story around the kitchen table. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because there's always another story waiting in the shadows for us to uncover together. Thank you for joining me on this chilling yet heartwarming journey tonight. Good night and stay curious.